The wedding hasn't even happened yet, and it's a total disaster.
Oh, well, you shouldn't get married.
Shouldn't get married. So this girl I know from high school is getting married. We're both 22 for reference.
Dang.
In our senior year of high school, she got pregnant
Dang.
with a baby daddy, A, who will be referred to as Adam. By the way, this comes from lolfno. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OK Storytime. So her super conservative parents punted her out, and she ended up moving in with a friend's family. She barely graduated high school, and the only reason she did was because of the generosity and support of our teachers and students who volunteered to help her, which is how we met.
Ooh.
We were in the same law class in the morning, and she had the worst morning sickness that really affected her ability to be in class. So I took extra notes for her, tutored her, and brought her her stuff. She hadn't come back by the bell. I wasn't the only one who did stuff like this for her, and I know she really appreciates all the assistance we gave her, and she had the baby a month after we graduated. She'd signed up for a 911 dispatcher course for after high school because where we live, it's a good steady job with opportunities for certificates and promotions. But she didn't realize how intensive the course would be and had to drop out. Yeah, what? That's an EMT, right? Or yeah. EMT is like intense.
Yeah.
She started working at a grocery store, bakery, just until she had a better plan. Adam started an apprenticeship while working part-time at a hockey rink and proposed to her literally the day of her 18th birthday and brought up marriage because it's the right thing to do. I don't really agree with that, but it isn't about me. And she was always refusing. She started cheating on him after a while.
Oof.
Oh.
Dang, this is not going well.
We're all 19 now, and eventually leaves him for another guy because she's pregnant again, and it is far more likely that this guy, baby daddy B,
We're in a Mamma Mia situation.
who will be referred to as Brad, is the father of this child. Neither of them can afford lawyers, so getting any kind of custody agreement is a mess. And then their parents got involved, and they did a 50-50 splits, still not made official. She has the baby that does turn out to be Brad's. Yikes. And everything is okay for about 9 months. And then she finds out Brad has been cheating on her with his teacher's assistant.
Whoa.
Brad decides to pay child support, but doesn't really want contact with the kid, only around holidays and 1 week in a month for his parents' sake. Yikes. She moves back in with her parents, who are all 20 now, who only accept her back because there's grandchildren around. That
So she has
baby
2 kids now.
Beaver. She has 2 kids from baby daddy A and baby daddy B. Karmic cycle. Who's going to cheat in the next one? On the plus side, when she's 21, she gets to take that year-long dispatcher course. Sweet. And passes with flying colors.
Okay.
After working as a dispatcher for a year, we're all 22 now, she meets a police officer.
Whoa.
We'll call him Chad, who's 26 and married, and Adam's second cousin.
Oh.
Do we need a whiteboard for this one?
So we have
Baby
Adam
daddy
was
A.
the first one.
Yep, Adam. Then we have
Who
Brad.
she cheated on. Brad cheated on her, and then
Yep.
she started seeing
Chad,
who is married and is also related to Adam.
I can't remember how they're related, just that Adam and Chad are related somewhat distantly. And she has an affair with him. She's the other woman. Infidelity is super common among cops. Super common among cops, apparently. Is that true? Is it like
we
nurses?
did just look this up, yeah.
Nurses and cops?
Yeah.
Those are the most common?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is it doctors too, or is it just nurses?
I think it's doctors too. I think it said like 80%. What was the
Riley, pull that up.
We just
pull it
learned
up.
it.
I'll pull it up.
I want the stats on the doctors. I want the stats on the nurses, and I want the stats on the cops because these are the things other podcasts won't give you. She has an affair with him. Infidelity is super common among cops, apparently, and she gets knocked up. His wife divorces him, and Chad proposes because it's the right thing to do. She accepts.
They keep doing that.
Yeah.
They're like, it's the right thing to do.
And her parents punt her out again for being a insert expletive here. She is a fertile woman.
She's got babies.
Got babies. Her womb is like the Fertile Crescent, and humanity is just popping in there.
She's starting Mesopotamia,
Yeah.
starting her own civilization.
Yeah, and it's Mesa.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
She moves in with Chad with her 2 kids, and they've started planning the wedding, which, given the background, is something akin to a dumpster fire. Adam This is baby daddy A. Baby daddy 1 is livid. Was desperately in love with this girl and hasn't really recovered from what she did to him. And while she rejected his proposals years ago, she accepted one from his cousin who proposed for the same reason he did.
Fraulein Fledermaus says, so getting married is the right thing to do, but staying faithful in that marriage is optional. That's what I'm saying.
Hey.
Like he was like, I have to propose.
I'm not a
'cause that's
saint. I'm not a
That's
saint.
the right thing to do. But
I
like,
am but a man. What's the deal with these cops, doctors, and nurses?
Yeah, it was 80%.
Can you give me the full? Can you give me the full?
Sorry, I had it on Yahoo Finance.
Yahoo Finance. What?
yes, Sam.
Why don't we? We should
It's
ask
where you
chat.
get all of your no chat is
I want
wrong.
chat.
I want real sources like,
Like Yahoo
Yahoo Finance.
Adam has basically made a call for loyalty in the family, dividing everyone into one who should go, who should give money, etc. Plus, they're having trouble planning anything because of it. So we got more to the story. Riley, what's Yahoo Finance say? Professions most likely to cheat: sales 14.5% because they're always freaking talking to other people. Healthcare 12.5%.
Yeah, check this out.
Law enforcement and security 0.2%.
Creative arts and design.
And look at us, bro. Look at us.
0.5 because we never,
0.05. That's us, dude.
that kind of makes sense because like where you don't leave.
Yeah,
Most of these people
yeah.
are just inside.
Basically, they were dividing everyone into one who should go, and who should give money, etc. Plus, they're having trouble planning anything because of COVID. Her parents have outright said that they're not going along with half of her family, and her younger sister has been going around and sabotaging what plans they can make. She has asked me to be a bridesmaid. I said that I could not because I live in a different province, but the truth is, I do not want to be wrapped up in that cluster F in any way.
Very fair.
I'm just watching the arguments and events unfold on social media because this is quite honestly the most entertaining thing I've seen all year. And wouldn't you want a front row seat to the most entertaining event of the year? I mean, you could be a bridesmaid.
You could be right there.
You could be
You
right
could
there.
see more of the drama and
You
then
could be
go
in the
and tell
action.
people. And then you could come back and tell us.
Yeah, and then what you could do? Maybe you could continue the cycle.
You could be a man on the inside.
Yeah, you could
be the
flirt
mole.
with Chad. And then while he is in the middle of his half thought out vows on that stage,
You're just making eyes at him.
you're just making eyes, and then he objects to his own
He goes,
own
wait
vows.
a minute.
Wait a minute.
I gotta
Ever
do the right thing.
since I laid eyes on that bridesmaid over there,
2 seconds ago.
I knew she was the one. It's weird to me that she even asked because we're not friends. We never have been. We were friendly strangers in high school.
Yeah,
she
doesn't have friends. She's lost
yeah,
everyone.
She has lovers for a time being.
Lovers.
I just helped her out for the one class because she needed help and I could give it to her. I was just doing the right thing. It was the right thing to do.
Ever since I saw you in my science class and I offered you help, I knew that I did not want to be in your life.
I was just being nice. But based on how she turned out, I'm just sad for her. 3 kids in 4 years, and she's alienated so much of her friends and family because of her actions, and I'm torn between feeling sorry for her and putting my head in my hands. We got edits. We got updates that have never been before heard on the internet, ever.
Buckle up.
First off, all of your comments are hilarious. Thank you. Second, I'm going to answer some of the common questions. What? We're from a city with over 400,000 people. She just comes from the neighborhood that is made of either Bible thumpers and white trash with no in between. But the high school we went to was in a completely different neighborhood than that. Our school had a pretty good spicy sleep ed course, and they gave out free dong sheaths
Or you
and
should say
had
protection.
resources to help girls get birth control. And they had programs in place for if students ever got prego and that were going to be teen parents. They also had one of those classes with the dolls for girls who were high risk at teen pregnancy, but she wasn't high risk, so she wasn't in that class. I don't know if birth control just didn't work for her or if she never tried it, but she started alienating her friends after the affair with Chad came out because people weren't exactly jumping for joy that she'd broken up a marriage. Chad and his ex didn't have any kids, thankfully, so there were less obstacles. Yeah, I feel like that girl is just dodging and weaving.
Yikes.
When people weren't immediately ecstatic for her, she started getting very snippy rude and was calling the witches out on social media for not supporting her new relationship and pregnancy. To be honest, I'm really worried about her health because having this many babies so close together is just not good for health, mental or physical. I mean, maybe, but my grandma.
One every year for 10 years.
10 years, one a year for 10 years.
10 years of pregnancy.
People are also worried that Chad will cheat on her. Quote, if he'll cheat with you, he'll cheat on you.
Yeah.
And think she should avoid marrying him so that she can just leave him if it happens. I'll give you updates as they come out, but so far, it's just a lot of yelling on social media, mostly from her. Some relatives are sloot shaming her and people who are just really worried about her because as funny as it is, this doesn't seem like healthy behavior. We got another edit for you.
Woo.
First off, I realized I never gave this girl a name. For the sake of clarity, we'll call her Beth.
Beth.
I realized that I didn't mention this before, but all of these are fake names. Second, to everyone commenting that Chad is at fault for his marriage breaking up, believe me, I'm well aware of it. It is his ex-wife and her family/friends who solely blame Beth. I don't think that's fair, but I think Beth did play a part, especially if she knew.
Takes two to tango.
Takes two to tango. And also, if the tango partners know that there were previous and current tango partners and you're ripping one tango partner away from another tango partner, then the partner that's ripping people away is being held held responsible.
Yeah.
Bethany says, no, don't call her Beth.
It's not you.
It's not you. It's me.
It's okay.
Chad is also older than her and has more life experience, so I do believe that he potentially could be taking advantage of her naivete.
Okay, well, at a certain... Okay, I'm
Yeah,
sure
tell
he
me,
is...
tell me,
I'm
Sophia.
sure he is taking advantage a little bit, and he's absolutely at fault for destroying his relationship. But, gotta give a little credit to Beth for destroying these, She's got a known history of cheating.
Yeah, it's not this
not point blank.
isn't her first rodeo. She's been riding
She's
around
3
the block.
kids in.
3 dudes in. She's been cheating and slanging wang.
Yeah.
All around town.
He is at fault for destroying his relationship, but she's not.
She is no spring chicken.
I was gonna say she's no innocent iguana.
She's no innocent iguana. She's no church mouse.
That's better.
Yeah. She is a dirty street rat.
She's a little street rat.
Yeah, riffraff. However, she is also an adult who is capable of making her own decisions and has chosen to make poor ones in the past. Third, people who are upset that I'm posting the story here, claiming I'm humiliating her.
Okay, well, that's like all of Reddit.
She has been posting about this mess on every social media platform she has since they got engaged in July. She put this out there long before I did, except she did so in front of friends, family, employers, coworkers, as well as internet weirdos and randos. And I guess OP is saying, I'm just doing it to the internet randos.
I'm just forwarding the.
I'm just spreading the good word.
The story. Yeah.
I'm just forwarding this story. I'm just a link on the email chain, And you know what? You're doing a service. Because we get to fourth. Despite getting engaged in July and attempting to start planning then, I was only asked to be a bridesmaid 3 days ago. I knew that there was a mess going on, but I didn't really pay attention to it until she asked me to be a bridesmaid. I tried to ask, what's going on? And I said that she should talk to someone. But when she completely brushed me off, I checked her Facebook and Instagram and found out all of this. Fifth, I realized that I didn't really talk about how disastrous the wedding planning has been going. See, here you go. They've had to rebook 3 times because venues and vendors kept canceling when infection numbers got worse, even though their wedding was months ago. Because again, this is the
pandemic.
The pandemic. Beth has been flipping between having the wedding while she's pregnant, saying she's proud of her bump. And wanting to wait until they're born because she feels fat, which is unfortunate because she's been breaking down due to her insecurity on a public platform. Beth is currently 7 months pregnant. Beth's great aunt was going to give her her wedding dress to wear after she gives birth, but Beth's mom freaked and stole the dress from said aunt, oh my God, before Beth could get it and is now keeping it. And the great aunt says she's too old to get in a fight and has shrugged it off. I mean, how does this even extend further? It
Keeps
extends.
going.
It keeps like the whole familial tree
Yeah.
is bonkers. People are
mixed.
stealing dresses from pregnant ladies,
Yeah.
albeit the pregnant lady is a crazy lunatic as well.
Yeah, but
But
2 wrongs don't make a right.
2 wrongs don't make a right. And also, you never steal from a loon because the loon might just go loony.
Yeah, you can't out crazy. You can't out crazy.
Crazy. Crazy will always one up you.
Mm-hmm.
They will stick you in places you didn't even realize you could be sticked.
Yeah, you're like, whoa, that was crazy. Exactly.
Like, duh.
Exactly.
You know, they're 4 steps ahead of you, and they're thinking outside the box.
Yeah, because they're not thinking at all.
They're not thinking at all. Their mind is a black box. Well, I guess it's not a box at all.
Black Box Studios.
It's an amorphous blob, like the thing in Venom. Chad's immediate family is paying for the wedding and has been cut off by the rest of their extended family for not choosing Chad. Beth's wedding colors are pink and green, which is usually a nice combo, but the specific shades don't go great together.
I love pink and green though.
Yeah. Shout out to Sophia's Tinkerbell outfit on Halloween.
And also my room.
And your room. Oh, you do love pink and green. And you're wearing green right now.
Yeah.
And your face is somewhat pink.
My face is rosy.
Your face is rosy.
Yes.
You are a pink and green gal, I guess. I never thought of you in that way, but now my whole perception
now
is...
my whole worldview is changing.
I know. She just
Well,
took her
you're
glasses
orange.
off, which usually is a nice combo, but the specific shades don't go together. They're her and Chad's favorite colors, which is fine, but she literally made a video talking about these colors for 14 minutes on her Insta, and both of her kids are just full on bawling in the background, and she's ignoring them, and she's gotten some flack for that.
All the kids are in the back like,
I need to talk about pink and green. I just really need to do it. Also, Bethany is not doing a good job of distancing herself from Beth. She said, "Oh, good Lord, my wedding colors were pink and green."
Bethany.
Beth, is this you?
Beth. Yeah, Bethany, if that is your real name.
Who have you been dating? Is it Brad and Chad?
Brad and Adam?
Hmm.
Do you have 3 kids, Bethany?
Also, Dan Nicole said 25 says Cosmo and Wanda.
True dat.
No.
True dat.
Timmy is an average kid, and no one understands.
No one understands. It took me a minute.
Adam is finally settled into his trade and has now hired a lawyer and is trying to get primary custody. Let's go, Adam. Adam needs a win. Adam has been screwed for a long time and not allow his daughter to go to the wedding. She's planning a Zoom baby shower / bachelorette party and has sent out a registry, and she's asking for crazy expensive things. Beth is crazy.
Beth.
Again, Beth will always find a way to be crazy. She's also set up a GoFundMe to help pay for the honeymoon and is making a lot of posts about how no one loves her because her fund only has $1,267 of the $20,000 she wanted. I'll update when I can, but I'm still in school, and while I do want to help, she's refused help offered in the past, and there's only so much of this I can take mentally right now. And guess what? Guess what, Sophia?
I'm guessing.
You may have thought that's where this story ends, the updates end, because a lot of other people who may or may not have tried to read the story
That's true.
couldn't make it all the way through.
That's exactly what I thought.
Didn't have the
stamina.
cojones, the stamina, the love
The drive.
for the people,
The power.
to finish what we started. You know what? We do. We're going to keep going. We got updates on updates. We got updates up the wazoo.
We got updates you ain't even seen.
The wazoo isn't even fully formed, and we're going up it.
We're explorers.
We're trailblazers.
In
We're
the
Alex
wazoo.
Honnold, that guy that solo climbs Yosemite.
Yeah.
And
We're the free
doing
solo
it-
guy.
We're free soloing just for you. We deserve a standing ovation.
Thanks, guys. Ow. Thank you.
We got an update. Hello, everyone. Some stuff has gone down.
What type of stuff?
We'll see. And it doesn't look like it's over yet. Sorry, I didn't update sooner. But Rona came back with a vengeance and totally messed up plans with Uni and family. Anyway, on to the update. From the last update, 16th, lots of ranting and chaotic wedding planning on social media. She found a dress and has decided she will get married while pregnant. They found a local wedding venue that is very lovely, but I'm shocked she's still trying to book stuff with all their previous venue cancellations. December 16th, her little sister unblocked her to call her a sloot.
Oh my God.
Wow, that was a sentence that took me on a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
And tell her that all her wedding plans were stupid.
How did she know about them?
This resulted in a petty and entertaining Facebook war until the little sis blocked her again on the 17th. And just as quickly, she went into the abyss. December 18th, Beth went nuts on social media because Adam had kidnapped their daughter. What really happened is that because courts are moving at a snail's pace due to the vid, and Adam had reason to believe that their daughter was not safe living with Beth, he just decided to not give her back, which I don't know if that's a good move.
I don't know if that's how custody works.
They don't have a custody agreement, and when Beth tried to call the cops, they couldn't do anything because he was kind of right. Huh, okay.
Okay, I guess it is how it works.
I didn't realize that's how it works, but I guess it works like that.
You know, if it works, it works.
There were dozens of videos on her various social media accounts of her ignoring their daughter, yelling at her daughter for crying or doing other things that toddlers do. And it turns out that everything she needed was bought by Adam: food, diapers, clothes, toys, daycare, while it was open, etc., on top of the unofficial child support he was paying every month, which turned out to be $500 a month.
Ew.
A number I find ridiculous because Adam was already paying for literally everything.
Wow. Yeah. Maybe this kid is better off with Adam.
Beth does not deserve one child, and she
One
has.
child.
Yeah, Sophie always gets me.
One child.
One. She doesn't deserve one child. Yet she has 3 children.
Yeah. You gotta learn how to take care of your babies.
You gotta learn.
You gotta stop like taking videos of you analyzing, doing a color analysis, and take care of your children.
No chill.
Analyze
No
your
chill.
child.
Analyze your child, I guess. What?
Yes.
Analyze your child. Yeah,
Yes.
sure. Analyze your child.
Yes, I stand on that.
Because she refused to buy anything for her daughter and insisted it was Adam's responsibility. Additionally, after the immediate post-birth appointments, Beth never took baby A to a doctor's appointment. She also deferred that to Adam. Baby's A pediatrician has never met Beth. Beth even tried to get Chad to push back or intimidate him or something, but the local police where we live are under one heck of a microscope after a bunch of dirty cops got busted a couple of years ago. Basically, the cops and the social worker they ended up saying there was nothing she could do until they get to court.
And Chad is in the police. Is part of the police, correct?
Chad is the police.
Chad's the police.
The social worker tried to get her to go to therapy and parenting classes, but Beth refused and went on a 15-paragraph long rant on Facebook about how she doesn't need parenting classes or therapy. She really, really does, though, and called the social worker some choice words. December 19th through 24. Just a bunch of ranting on social media, calling everyone who doesn't enable or justify her behavior cuss words, slurs, and a whole bunch of other horribly creative things.
Someone get this girl off the internet.
Although, do we want her off the internet because she's given us a beautiful
Content.
story
She's giving
that
us
we
content.
can all be in horror of from a distance?
Yeah, it's like a car crash.
It's like a car
That
crash.
you're like, whoa.
But like no one's really, really hurt except like the children.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it is. It is.
That's terrible.
That sucks for the children.
It sucks for the children. But you know what they say,
One
you
man's
can't save anyone.
Broken family is another man's great Reddit story.
That's true. That's true. And I'm that man.
We could make that a saying.
I am that
one
man.
man's broken family is another man's great Reddit story. That is me 2025.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you for your loss. And hopefully we can learn something from this story. this parable.
There's a moral at the end.
There's a moral. Don't cheat on multiple people.
Stop cheating.
And ignore your kids to make 15-minute videos. Also, both she and Chad are under investigation at work now, but she has no idea why. I'm going to take this time to remind everyone that 99% of this info is coming from her public social media pages where her coworkers are friends and place of employment is listed.
She's just giving out all of this personal information. She's like, I have no idea why anyone would be submitting a formal complaint about me.
And while she's telling on herself and showing her screaming kids in the background.
Yeah, the kids are screaming in the background. She's like, I
don't understand. Shut up! I'm trying to make a video. I don't understand. Is she considered an influencer? Only a negative influencer.
Yeah. She's a bad influence.
She's a bad influence. December 25th. Again, another new update
Christmas.
that no one has read before.
On
You're welcome.
Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas. Let's see what this present is. I'm officially embarrassed to know this woman.
You weren't before?
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not before. I didn't go on her Facebook page until this evening because I didn't want to deal with the drama. First thing in the morning on Christmas.
I think it's hilarious that OP is so invested in this story that they checked it first thing on Christmas.
I mean, sometimes
You gotta do what you gotta do.
you gotta when there's this much excitement, maybe you want to open Reddit
It's like your favorite
instead of the
show.
yeah, it's like your favorite show. You're telling me you're gonna miss the Doctor Who Christmas special
You know
just because
what?
you're opening presents.
I did miss the newest one though.
You did?
I haven't seen it since Peter Capaldi.
Oh wow.
But
All right, sorry. You're gonna miss a David Tennant Doctor Who Christmas special.
I did miss the newest one.
Well,
where he
you're a
came
fake
back.
fan.
Well, you haven't seen it either.
I'm a fake fan.
Yeah.
I didn't go on her Facebook page until the evening because I didn't want to deal with the drama first thing in the morning on Christmas. In the morning, she put on a very beautiful blue maternity dress, got Chad in his police blues, and a baby bee in a purple romper, and then live streamed her and her family going to the courthouse to get married on Christmas Day.
Wait, what about the other kids? Just like, the
Who
other one
cares
doesn't
about
matter.
those? Well, one was abducted. The other one, I guess, is left at home.
Yeah. Like, what?
Yeah, they
The
can
older
just watch
one,
on the
too.
stream. No, the other one's watching the stream.
Yeah. She's live streaming and all.
Someone
She's
has to
like,
produce.
Yeah. According to her Twitter, part of this was because their newest venue canceled on them after the pandemic numbers spiked. Overall, a pretty tacky thing in my opinion because she stated plain as day several times that she intended her wedding anniversary to eclipse Christmas for her children because it's just so much more special, you know? Oh yeah, like we don't really celebrate Christmas in our house. Oh, are you Jewish? So you're doing Hanukkah? No.
I just wanted the day to be about me.
Yeah, that's crazy. I am so glad that baby B's grandparents are filing for guardianship, but here's the thing. I'm going to give you the thing. The courthouse isn't open because of pandemic for one thing, but also because it's Christmas and Canada has a predominantly Christian history. She proceeded to have a full meltdown, and when baby B cried because, the kid's mom was screaming up a storm and scaring her, Beth called her a see you next Tuesday. On stream. Yep, so done with this witch.
But not done with her Reddit.
Not done with guys. You're probably thinking,
Probably wondering how I got myself into this situation.
you're probably wondering, wow, there couldn't be more to this story. No one in their right mind would read more. No one would have the dedication to keep going through this story.
Oh, yeah. Another podcast. I read this story. I've already heard this.
You haven't heard this.
Haven't
Cats
heard
and
it
Jammer
like this.
kids. You haven't you don't even know where this is about to
I
go.
don't even freaking know.
This again,
Sam
Again,
even threw a dadism in
we
there.
were up
to
the wazoo.
let you guys
we
know
were
how serious he
deep
was.
into the wazoo. We were free souling to heights that have never been seen before in this wazoo.
Mm-hmm.
And what did we say?
We said, let's keep going.
Climb on. Put that chalk in your
Onwards.
hands and let's get this wazoo.
Yeah.
December 28th, I ran into her at a vaccine clinic because we were both getting our booster shots. She didn't recognize me at first, but one of my old bosses, because I used to work at the hospital the vaccine clinic was in.
She didn't
called
recognize
my
you, but she
name
wanted
and
you to
said
be
hi.
her maid of honor?
I guess so. Maybe they changed a lot. So she came up to me after my old boss had left. We talked a bit while we sat down for the mandatory waiting period after getting the shot. She asked how I was, but didn't even wait for me to respond because she started ranting and complaining about her life. I mean, at least she's consistent.
Yeah.
Sometimes like,
changes.
you meet these influencers in real life and they're like, oh, they're so much different than their content. Like they don't seem the same.
They're not real.
She's real.
She's real.
She's real.
She's real
On and
awful.
off camera. Yeah, she's really awful. I was just going to sit there until the next time, until the time was up, and then just politely make my exit. But when she started talking crap about her kids, something inside me just snapped. I just said, do you even like your kids? Do you even like being a mom? She got pretty quiet for a second and then said, no.
Ooh.
Whoa. Also, I just want.
Woo!
I feel like they haven't really talked.
Oh my God.
For a while, besides,
Oh
but
my
OP's
God.
like very much kept up with the story. So I feel like that is kind of a crazy thing to say to someone who you haven't talked to in a really long time.
Dude, she's honest. She's authentic.
Ay.
You know, at a certain point, you gotta accept and just almost love the authenticity.
Yeah. You
Ugh.
just gotta love her.
You just gotta love her.
You just gotta
You
love her.
hate her so much
hate
that
her,
you
but
gotta
you
love her. I don't know. Her voice and demeanor completely changed, and we just sat in silence until our time was up. I said goodbye, but it was awkward. December 31st, today, I just looked at her feed, and this is such a shocking what the actual F moment. She's thinking about giving up her kids.
Girl, you did that. Girl, you did that.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
You did that.
Oh. Wow. I think she started to just stare into her soul finally.
Yeah, she's like,
oh my God. I don't want my kids.
I don't like my kids.
I don't like
I
my
like
kids.
Color analysis, not parenting.
I
That's
like
my true
live
color-
streaming.
My true calling.
Chat can be my family. Chat can be my children.
Mama and Papa.
She went on about how recently she was asked if she liked her kids for being a mom and how she realized that she did not. She hates her children and blames them for ruining her life. I feel like she's like saying this online, like it's like,
Yeah, she's
like my
like,
spiritual
yeah,
awakening. And she's like, yeah, I came back from Vipassana retreat. I just realized that like I got to focus more on me.
There was a moment where I was extremely high and I realized that I actually hated my children.
Yeah.
And they were holding me back in my life.
And
don't
sometimes
let
you got to
any
let go
child
of the
hold you
things
back.
that are holding you back.
And I had like a Kramer versus Kramer marathon where I just watched Kramer versus Kramer over and over. And I realized I can be Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
I can leave my child behind.
And that's hard. Not everyone can leave their child behind.
No.
I know that. I know
People
I'm
aren't doing it like
privileged
me.
to be able to do that.
I mean, hey, at least she's not becoming one of those like van families. You know those van families on YouTube?
Yeah.
And they just use the kids for content.
Yeah.
At least she didn't get that idea, because if she got that in her head, figured
Oh,
that
yeah.
out, oh, dude.
She's like, wait, it can help the stream. Oh,
It's like, wait a minute.
what?
wait a minute.
My
Have
kids
baby
have monetary
profit.
value?
All right, but we got a little bit more. Tracy Eisen says she likes making them, not raising them. And how she doesn't want to be a mom. I mean, nothing is official yet, but what the hell? I'll update as stuff happens now that I have the time, but this whole thing has been a big mess. Also, sorry for any formatting, grammatical errors. I'm not used to Reddit on my PC. And some of you still might say, oh, like, I remember hearing this
Well,
somewhere.
that's the end of that story. No.
No. You thought we were going to say the end. No. We got another update. We got a thick, juicy update that's just going to be entering your virgin ears for the first time.
Oh.
That's what you'll be saying right there. Riley, give it to them.
No.
There we go.
I'll be my girl's ear like, I can't do it anymore. My mom's probably going to hop on soon. I can't.
Yeah. Just as you say the worst thing, your
Yeah.
mom enters the
Pops up.
chat.
I can't do that.
Should we go straight into this update? And anything that like any predictions for what you think is going to happen next?
I predict that Beth will have all of her children taken away.
Yeah.
And then Chad's going to be like, well, the only reason I was with you is for the kid. And then he's going to leave.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That probably might happen.
Mm-hmm.
Update 2. So, some stuff happened, and most of it is good. January 4th, Beth and Chad stopped posting on all social media. I was
Okay.
actually a little worried she fell into eternal sleep. I mean, this woman posts everything short of her trips to the bathroom on IG. Oddly enough, this got people messaging or interacting with her social media pages because she was usually the one to start contact, and that contact was usually Yellen. No one heard from them, and some people started to be like, should we call the cops for a wellness check? Until Chad posted a status saying that they're fine, but are busy. Please stop trying to contact us right now. Everyone listened, but it was weird. Then January 11th, I got a notification that Beth and Chad are active on social media again. So I didn't feel like drama, so I didn't check any of their posts. January 12th, she messaged me on Facebook asking me to be her maid of honor again. She also kept going on about the resort in Cancun that she and Chad were looking to have their wedding at. this coming February. Omicron is really bad where we are, so no one should be traveling anywhere. I've actually had to delay my trip back to the province where I go to university. No one should be traveling anywhere. Beth also found out that Chad was cheating on her. Not Chad.
Chad.
Oh, but he's such a stand-up guy.
Chad, who would
No.
have thunk? Who would have thunk?
Who would have thunk that a profession in which 23% of people cheat,
And he's
and
already
a Chad,
cheated.
which 100% of Chad has
Is
cheated,
a cheater.
would have
cheat
cheated
again.
again. No one saw it coming. It's like standing in the middle of the tracks, hearing the train,
And going,
looking
"Oh,
straight at the
no.
train and saying, it's not going to come here.
It's not coming here.
It's not going to come here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's come through here before,
The trolley
but
problem.
no way it's coming again.
The trolley problem, but it's just willful ignorance.
Yeah. And then before you know it, bam, got hit by a train. Got hit
hard.
by a train. The Chad train. Mowgli says, and still wants to marry him? Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
I think they already.
I don't
did they
know.
not? Oh no, they didn't get married.
They haven't
'cause it
got
was
married,
closed.
maid of honor. Beth also found out that Chad was cheating on her with one of her coworkers and called the woman a homewrecker on Facebook, tagged her, and posted the text she found on Chad's phone. But Chad is the love of her life,
Oh,
so she's
girly.
forgiven him.
Girly.
But not the other woman. The other woman's going down.
No.
Which I find very hypocritical considering how she and Chad got together. But she also sent pics of possible bridesmaid dresses, and they are the most hideous dresses I've ever seen. I know that some brides do that thing where they want to look a million times better by comparison, but this was just ridiculous. She's like, yeah, I'm going to get this nice, beautiful white dress. And have you heard of Hefty's trash bags?
I was thinking everyone would be in like a highlighter green.
Yeah.
my wedding
And this
theme is pink and
material, I
green.
believe it's called plastic, and it'll look really good on you.
I was thinking like a duct tape dress.
And you can just pull these little drawstrings to make it tight,
Yeah.
form fitting. One of them looks like a partially deflated balloon with feathers strapped to it. And she also openly admitted that she expected everyone attending to pay $3,000. $2,000 would go towards the guest stay at the resort, and $1,000 would go to her and Chad, and they will be expecting wedding gifts so they could get their room for free.
What? I mean, hey, this is better than the 20K GoFundMe.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, this is entrepreneurial,
Yeah, we went from like needing 20. Yeah, she's settled down a little bit.
I think she's just trying to find a way.
She just wants money.
She just wants money, and sometimes got to be brave enough to ask for $3K from your family.
You
That's
know what?
crazy.
This is called rejection therapy.
A small amount of $3,000.
Yeah, I had a small loan so that they could get the room for free. Apparently, she talked to someone at the resort, and if she got enough people to book their rooms, she and Chad would get theirs for free. She also wanted the money to be given to her instead of directly to the hotel so that people wouldn't realize she was taking $1K of their money. Beth sent me a pic of the wedding dress she wanted, and it's definitely a clubbing dress. If that's what she wants, that's fine. And for the record, I do think she would look great in it. Beth's current dream wedding dress. Riley, click that link.
Click
got
that
it.
link.
I got it.
But she wants all the guests to be dressed black tie.
Grab
Hit
it.
that link.
I'm getting there.
Hit that link.
Hate. Oh my gosh. Sorry.
And she's already sent a list of unreasonable requests, such as, we're just at the beginning of the unreasonable request. You thought the $3,000
Yeah, no, that was just the
was
first
the
one.
unreasonable
First of
request.
many.
No.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Beth,
For a wet. Okay.
that's crazy.
Okay.
That's pretty crazy.
I would say like it makes sense if you're like a reception, like an after thing.
Is this
Okay.
her? Is this Beth?
No, I don't think
This is
that's
not
her.
Beth. This is just what Beth wants to wear.
That is extravagant.
To each their own?
Okay.
Yeah, she's going straight to the club after this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's fun.
That's up to her.
Oh, wow. But that is a choice for sure.
Yeah.
All women must wear heels for a wedding on the beach.
Oh,
That
that
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no.
Ay, ay, ay.
Or maybe you could wear heels, but then put snowshoes on top.
Yeah.
Or on
Mhm.
bottom, rather.
Yeah.
No one is allowed to have a baby or be pregnant. Girls must have longer than shoulder length hair. Boys must have very short hair, only an inch or two long.
What is this? The military?
No one is allowed to be skinnier than her. She will be providing diets for everyone attending based on how she
Whoa.
wants us to look.
Whoa. She's having a designer wedding.
She and Chad must get bachelor and bachelorette parties both in Canada and in Mexico that need to be fit for a king and queen. And both must be paid for by anyone but the bride and groom. That's just tacky. No unnatural hair, no tattoos. You have 5 tattoos, Beth, and in the dress, and all will be on full display. That's weird. Yeah, she has 5 tattoos, and all will be
but no one else
on
can
full
have 5
display.
tattoos.
No one is allowed to talk to her directly. They must speak through the maid of honor and the best man.
Gonna be honest, I don't think anyone wants to talk to you.
Why would anyone want to go to this?
No one would go to this wedding.
Shell Bell says, "Who is this woman?"
I can't imagine anyone goes to this wedding.
Bethany says she is giving them diets. Didn't she just have a kid? Larissa Randall says, yeah, that is a no from me.
No, thank you.
Sawa says, ha ha ha, what can't be skinnier but putting people on diets? Sorry, babes. Y'all got to bulk for my wedding.
She just gives out everyone like protein shakes.
Yeah.
She's like, you got to bulk.
I love Tops Eyes says, who does she think she is? Yeah, I mean,
Beth.
She's Beth.
She's freaking Beth.
She's freaking
man.
Beth. And Beth gets what she wants. So, honestly, there's a lot more, but I didn't feel like typing all that out. She posted a list on Facebook and IG, and people are already calling her Bridezilla. I was also just kind of weirded out because aside from the previous convo at the hospital and when she originally asked me to be a bridesmaid, we haven't spoken since high school. So I respectfully declined, stating that the virus and school were my top concerns right now. Then I decided to check her socials to see if she posted anything. Maybe she posted about me.
Kids.
She had. And everything was basically how it was before the hiatus, except her kids are nowhere to be found.
What?
No look at my
Where did they
cute
go?
baby pics or kids crying the backgrounds of her videos. Nothing. Though, based on her new pics of herself, she's given birth to baby C.
Oh, she was pregnant.
She was pregnant.
She was pregnant with baby C.
I mean, she definitely is still recovering, but she also definitely had a baby, and that baby is not on any of her socials. So when she responded to my decline with an attempt at guilting me to be her maid of honor, I asked her where her kids were. This was her response. Oh, I left them at the side of the road on our way home from the hospital. Those moochers could walk home. Lol.
No.
She's lying. She's got to be lying.
She
No way.
has to be.
No way. No
She has
way.
to be.
I mean, I've seen videos on YouTube of like kids just being dropped off on the side of the road. And like people coming by and like, hey, like, where's your parents? Like, I was just dropped off on the side of the road. Like, it's crazy, but this stuff happens. Yeah.
Someone arrest this woman.
I don't think she's joking because OP is like, I was like, please tell me you're not being serious, especially because it looks like she had the babies days ago. And she replied, oh, I was just joking. You shouldn't be so serious all the time.
Okay.
Honey, you made a joke about child abandonment. You're not being serious enough. And then I finally got the update on the kids. Baby A is still with Adam. Beth signed away her rights. Okay, good. Baby A is with a good dad. Yeah, safe.
Safe.
Baby B and baby C have been given to a mutual cousin of Adam and Chad who is infertile. Safe.
Perfect.
To be honest, I didn't need the last tidbit of info or the 3-paragraph long rant about how God hates infertile women. I didn't even read all of it. I couldn't, and I didn't think that Beth could be so cruel to even think those things. I checked out the Facebook page of baby B's grandparents, and they're happy with their grandchild's new parents. Looks like the cousin and her husband are welcoming them to the family as another set of grandparents and will let them have access to baby B. So yay. There's a little bit more to this story. A lot more, actually.
Woo.
Like a quarter more. But my God.
You know what? It all worked out for the kids.
Yeah, honestly,
At least
I'm
the kids
happy.
are there.
We got the
This is
kids
great.
out.
I'm still surprised that OP is surprised at Beth's behavior, and also incredibly shocked that she's still talking to Beth.
Yeah, but
Like
again,
she hates Beth, and she's
But
like,
again-
"Well, I gotta get that news.
train wreck. You know,
Gotta
you want to
get
look at
that
it.
news."
You want to rubberneck that car crash.
Will this ever happen again to OP?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is the biggest
are-
moment of
this is-
OP's life.
This is the biggest train wreck you will ever watch, and you have front row seats. It's like missing the Muhammad Ali Frazier fight. It's like
It's like
Game
missing
6 at the World Series.
Yes, it's like missing Kendrick Lamar's "Not Like Us" concert and watching the songs 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
Like what John did.
It's like not going to Obama's inauguration. Is that things that you can understand?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Like that was history.
Yeah.
That was history.
Yeah.
And you're missing history by not doing this.
Mystery.
All right. One thing I do need to stress through, because of the pandemic, the courts in our areas are either moving at a snail's pace or closed, so none of this is official. But Beth and Chad have signed paperwork, and all that needs to happen is now presenting that to a judge. When I rejoined our convo, she said that the doc she had for baby C gave her birth control, and she was surprised because after her first pregnancy, she asked her doctor for it, but he refused to give her any. She mentioned that her old doctor was also her mom's and sister's doctor. She ended up asking the doc who delivered baby C to be her new doctor, so I hope that works out. So maybe she was just being refused birth control by a doctor that was bad.
Oh, because they were in a pretty, southern area.
Yeah.
That sucks.
After
that actually
learning,
does really suck, because if she never wanted these kids and she wasn't able to get any sort of birth control or anything.
moving great. I mean, it would have been great, but it would have been not as terrible for the kids. After learning all this, my convo with Beth started to go downhill. Beth said, "Wait, did you actually think I would just leave my kids at the side of the road?" Yes, we did. I just didn't want to be a mom, but I wasn't a bad one.
Girl.
Yeah, right.
Girl.
Yeah, right.
Let's be real.
Me, Beth, I think that you've been through a lot of trauma in the past few years, and that it's gotten to you mentally, and that you should speak to a professional. Beth needs a professional for sure. Of course, Beth has been a bad mom, but she does need mental health help, and I wasn't going to convince her to get it or to not yell at me if I said that. Beth said, "What, you think I'm crazy?" Me, "No, I think that getting punted out as a teen because of a pregnancy and having your family actively reject you and try to sabotage you must have been very painful. Plus, pregnancy puts a lot of mental stress on women, and you've had 3 in such a short time span. I just want you to take care of yourself and get what you want in life. And I think that you will start with taking care of your mental health."
Wow, that was actually a really kind response.
Well, I'm sure Beth will respond in kind and be very mature.
I'm sure she'll be like super nice about it.
Super
be
chill.
Like, wow, thank you so much for that
Yeah.
great analysis of my life.
Well, Beth said, "What I want
It's for you to go straight to hell.
Ooh.
Beth then calls me every cuss word, expletive, and derogatory word she can think of. One of the words she called me was a derogatory word about people from my ethnicity, and my blood is boiling that she thought it was okay to say that to me. So I'm now on her hit list. She's been blowing up my social media all day. On her last Facebook post where she called me a slur, she said that she still expects a good wedding gift from me.
Crazy.
Yeah, no.
Crazy. She's like,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
going to call you a slur, but also my gift. Thank you.
Yeah. Where's my NutriBullet? Where's my...
I really wanted
what's it called? What's the thing?
Cuisinart.
The other one. Yeah. Where's my Cuisinart? Yeah. No. So I've blocked her and everything, and I've decided to completely cut off contact. This will be my last update.
Will it though?
Will it?
Will it really? You seem pretty involved.
I don't know. What do you think, chat? Because this is not over.
Oh, wow.
We got a little bit more. We have update 3.
Yeah, did your other
Literally
YouTube channels
lied.
get to this far?
No
Huh?
one has run this far. We go the extra mile for you, chat. Get you
running.
cheat on us.
We
And
gotta-
we just come running back saying, I hope you'll stay with me.
We got a 6-minute mile. That's how far
Yeah.
we're running for you guys.
And this may be the final update.
Well-
I don't know, chat. Hi, everyone. I didn't think I would be making another update, but here I am. I don't know if anyone will even care, but whatever. I saw another person who will remain nameless make a video about this. Do an
And
entire
that means
video
that they couldn't have used this part.
about this post on Facebook, which was funny. Yeah. This is new. You're welcome. I got so nervous that Beth was going to see it. Turned out she's seen it
Dang.
and does not give a single dang, not give a single darn tootin'. Because as I pointed out, the majority of this info in this post came from her public social media.
And no publicity is bad publicity.
She also doesn't know who posted it. More on that in the update. I am still no contact with Beth and have no plans to change that anytime soon, but we have mutual friends who have told and shown me what's happening. First things first, she and Chad did get married.
Whoa.
They're happily ever after.
Cheating
They
Chad.
made it through. Ooh.
But they eloped. According to all sources, they are completely and utterly miserable, though. Chad has proven to be an overall lazy and unfaithful husband. And Beth has really gotten into feminism with a focus on reproductive issues.
Hell yeah, Beth.
After she started using birth control and Roe v. Wade got overturned, even though we're in Canada, it really caused tension on their marriage. As it turns out, Chad thinks termination is unaliving, and God created women for the purpose
Chad
of
has
making
insane
babies.
thoughts. Who would have guessed?
Beth tried to argue that not all women want to or should be mothers, using herself as an example. And then Chad went ahead and used her as an example of why women should be forced to have kids, because in the end, she gave kids to an infertile couple.
Whoa!
She didn't take that well and said that her entire life and future was ripped away from her and destroyed the second she got pregnant with baby A. Adam was never slut-shamed or demeaned like she was, both at home and at school, which is a fair point. Myself and many others were helpful and supportive, but there were a lot of people who judged the heck out of her and said really nasty stuff. And that if she hadn't gotten pregnant, she would have gone to college, university, because she lost the general and financial support of her family with that positive pregnancy test.
Beth is kind of sounding like she makes sense. Obviously, she's still
I think
she's still terrible.
She's still terrible, and
but
still like there's blame that needs to be put on her.
Oh, for sure. But I'm just saying, before she just sounded crazy town.
Yeah. Well, now we're seeing the source of her craziness. Yeah. But there's also developments in Chad's life. He's, I think he's building new things. Maybe he's built a new business. Maybe he's built a new life. Maybe he's putting himself out there in new and interesting ways. Chad has made a Tinder account. That's a development from Chad. Chad has made a Tinder account. Beth was informed, but it doesn't seem like she gave a dang. So basically, you could cut the tension with a knife. And with her family, her sister came out as loving the same gender as her, and she has been up from her parents. But she's got a partial scholarship, so she's doing okay. She and Beth are not on good terms, but have met up and acknowledged that their parents messed them up by being religious nuts, and their parents encouraged them to be competitive with each other and sabotage each other. Apparently, their dad's motto is competition brings out the best in everyone.
Dang.
But they've talked, and that's good enough for now. Neither Beth nor Chad have custody or visitation of their children, which Chad is starting to regret because he's suddenly getting more and more into church and religion. Chad talked to Beth about getting baby C back, but Beth has shut down hard and warned the cousin who adopted baby C, officially and legally, by the way. Beth started going to therapy after Chad and her got married, which made me very happy and excited for her. There was a rumor going around that Chad has a mistress, and it took a while to confirm, but it's true. He's cheating on her with a paramedic, and she knows. Beth is fully aware. I don't know if she plans to do anything about it or just continue to ignore it, but I hope she leaves his booty.
Medical field.
I'm still not going to talk to her. She crossed so many lines, but she's grown and improved a lot, and her life would be a lot better without that sack of scum in her life. By the way, if you want to be in our lives, you should go look up OK Storytime wherever you get your podcast. Just search OK Storytime on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or other places where you listen to podcasts.
Yes.
You can listen 24/7. We have 47 days of content on there. Now, I've given a few details in my post that should have revealed my identity to her, namely her asking me to be her maid of honor. I have found out that she actually asked about 15 girls, including myself, to be her maid of honor without telling any of us about that.
And that's what I did with colleges.
Yeah.
You know what? You gotta
put some stuff out there. You got to put some feelers. Yeah. Because she was trying to get money from all of us because her mental health had just been very bad and she needed help. And of those 15, 8 had been going to school out of the province. And of those 8, we all had basically the same classes in high school. And apparently do not remember our discussion at the vaccination clinic and had a major blow up with everyone she asked to be a maid of honor. So she knows it's one of the 8 people and reportedly has no interest in trying to narrow that number down. Chad did the same thing with his groomsmen, but I don't know any of the numbers. And this is directly to Beth. Dear Beth, if this post gets forwarded to you or somehow graces your phone screen, leave Chad.
Leave him.
He's trash, and it'll be better without him in your life. And though I'm not willing to talk to you again because of your words and actions, I do wish you to have a wonderful and happy life.
And that is the end of that story. And also, Josephine, and for anyone asking, Unfortunately, Facebook has a lot of censorship and rules about what we can say, and we've gotten flagged on a lot of videos.
Yes, we have gotten a flag.
We know it's stupid. We know these are not bad words, but unfortunately, if we want our videos to be seen by the broader audience,
we have to do a little word jujitsu.
Yeah.
As you can tell, there's a lot of words that seem totally innocuous, like we can't say the word.
We can't say kicked out.
We can't say kicked.
So like if we want to say kicked, we got to say evicted or told to leave.
But that's where that story ends.
Punted.
My goodness.
Seems like a bad word.
My goodness.
Wow.
Wow.
Give us a little sweet old goodbye.
If you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you
and see you tomorrow.